Okay, so welcome to the Let's Talk About It. Right? Let's talk
Sure.
about it? I thought that's what you said.
We don't know what to call it yet.
Okay, I feel like we're leaning to the let's talk about it. So we're gonna go on that one for this video, and then we'll see what happens. So on this podcast, we mainly just want to focus on things that are happening on life.
Yeah, just have fun with it. Nothing too serious. I think we had a conversation when you kind of said I like to talk, and I think you brought up. Well, actually, you brought this up for a while now about starting a podcast. Our conversation seemed to go a little bit everywhere when we started talking.
Yeah, because this man has a lot of things to say, and I just felt like it would be good to get out there and just share it with the world.
One of the things that we usually do is we don't. I don't say we agree. We tend to agree to disagree a lot. So that's always good. For the most part, yeah. I think this is gonna be pretty fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be our first video is gonna be a little bit strange, a little bit because we don't. I guess trying to get a feel for things and.
But you know what? Let me break the ice real quick. So, real quick, I saw a video. Okay, I saw a video of this gentleman, right, who was stopped by a lady because somewhere up in the East Coast, I want to say Pennsylvania, he had a scooter. He was driving the scooter on the bicycle lane, right? So the lady ends up stopping the dude. Right, and the guy's like, "Hey, man, per the law for our state," and she's just making a big deal. No, you can't be driving, or you can't be using that kind of machine, right? So let me ask you a question: if you are on a scooter in the East Coast, what would your reaction be?
Man, the fuck out of here! Like, what the fuck you mean? Like, what you mean? Like,
Hey.
hang on. What kind of a scooter is this? One of those like handheld scooters that you like?
Nah, the electric scooters. Like, I'm not gonna lie, they didn't show the full scooter, but it just showed the bottom, and it's one of those electric scooters.
Oh, it's just the one that you put your feet on and then you just go. Yeah. Man, first of all, the people that use that are brave as heck because I don't even know how you stay balanced on that. One, and two. Why are you even worried about it though?
You know what? And I think that was because she was like, I know my laws, I know my rights, but it's like, to me personally, it's like, lady, you need to mind your business. Like, you need to mind your business, especially if you're gonna say something ignorant as I know my rights as an American. Because I mean, the dude pretty much he had that thing on him already. He was like, yo. Per article, blah, 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 of the blah, he had that thing on him already. So it's like, come on, lady, you coming off very ignorant, very dumb. And I get it. Maybe she felt some type of way because she didn't see a scooter before there, but come on.
Was this a Karen situation?
It seemed like it. I just started laughing when I started laughing when he said, article, blah, 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 of the, I'm pretty sure he said, like, the homeowners association. It was something crazy, like,
Was he black?
No, he was a white dude.
What?
He was a white dude.
Chico, stop.
Yeah. But I mean, the whole color thing shouldn't even matter. Like,
it shouldn't, but I feel like nowadays it's... I don't know. I just always have to know now because of everything that has been going on. I'm always interested to see, like, who's doing what, and yeah.
No, I feel you. But it was pretty funny. It gave me a chuckle.
Did he stop traffic? Did he?
Nah. The thing is, it was like early in the morning. It was just him and her, and. Yo, you could tell, dude just, and he mentioned he had an appointment. Like, for the military dudes, y'all know when it's an appointment, yo, you need to get everybody the hell out the way, man. Especially when you're like 5 minutes from. But no, it was it was funny. It was she seemed adamant about him not being able to use the scooter, but like I said, dude had that article on him already. Like, yo. He ready. He was ready for them Karens out there.
So speaking of the military,
Mm-hmm.
do you feel like how the whole situation with Vanessa Gann, do you feel like that was handled appropriately?
I mean, are you talking about the search, or are you talking about the?
From point A to the
Well,
end.
was a lot. I mean, personally, this is how I feel. There's a lot of questions still, but I understand also there's an investigation going on. So maybe those questions will get filled as we go through, these next few months.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the search, I think, the fact that an outside source had to come in to kind of break or find some more clues. It kind of shows that maybe there's discrepancies in our or in the military, uh, investigative side of it,
Yeah.
But overall, like I, this situation, as horrible as it was, the fact that it opened up a whole lot of more questions as far as other missing soldiers and other things, like it's crazy. Definitely crazy.
Yeah, I feel like I really just lost my train of thought. But I was gonna say that I feel like if there wasn't so much pressure on the military to take action, I don't think it would have been. Um, I think it would have been something. Maybe it would have been solved, but it would have just been, you know, pushed under the rug. And I feel like more cases like this, if had it had come up, then it would have been the same thing. I feel like now, hopefully, with everything, with how widespread it became, that they'll be able to take these investigations more seriously and more, maybe not there, maybe I'm misspeaking a little bit by saying that they're not taking it seriously, but there, I do not feel like there's sense of urgency and um, finding out exactly what happened and really putting people, holding people accountable.
I mean, I truly believe this is going to bring upon a change. Um, I do believe it's going to be a change in the military system, the way it handles things. So that's, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that this had to happen for possibly, a renaissance in what the military considers, their, sharp program and all that stuff. It's unfortunate this had to happen,
Yeah.
but I do believe that, it's it's gonna change. Yeah.
I hope it does because there's too many people out there that's had negative experiences. I can honestly say, thank God I haven't had that negative experience while in the military, but I know people that have, and you know, some of their situations have not been brought to light. It was just like, oh, you're being whatever, or there's this misconception about you already as a female sometimes in the military. So when
Stigma.
you do, yeah.
Stigma. Yeah.
So when you do bring up these allegations, they're like, oh, you wanted it, or how do we know it wasn't mutual because this is how you are. So I don't know. I think it's things like that do need to change because yes, it is a male dominated field. However, you know, y'all ain't shit without us.
Hey man.
So that's just how I feel about that one. So, what I was very interested to really talk about today was Fat Joe. I don't know what he has, but he does something on his live, right?
Yeah, yeah. It's like his own podcast.
Okay, but it's basically just him sitting there with the camera super duper close to him. Um, and this time he had Ti on his show. I remember one time he had Ashanti on his show, and he was revealing some stuff to her about Irv Gotti and his grimy ways. Anyways, so Ti, i.e. Tip, whatever you want to call him, he was on there, and he was just real aggressive with it. He was not allowing Fat Joe to talk. He felt like he needed to get everything out into the open. And a couple of things that he brought up was, his whole gun charge situation and the whole situation with him battling 50. So what do you think about him, calling out 50 like that?
I mean, first of all, Tip is swinging above above his weight class. That's Tip. That's a fact. That's a fact. Like, yo, like, and don't get me wrong. No, don't get me wrong. Like, Tip, he has hits. He has them. But once again, like, to me personally, I feel like Tip needs to get past Luda, right? And I don't care what no one says. Luda, if you listen to Luda has hits and Luda has bars.
Yes.
You know, once he gets past Luda, this is like Super Mario. Once he gets past Luda,
so Luda stage one.
And stage one, and once he gets past Luda, he needs to get past Rick Ross. Matter of fact, no. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put it like this: he needs to get past Rick Ross first, then Luda, before he even starts getting to someone like a 50s caliber.
So where do you get Rick Ross from in this? Why do you feel like he would be a good component? Or
well, okay. So the reason I bring up Rick Ross is because when you talk about like, I look at Rick Ross and T.I. the same way. Like they got hits. Like as far like what you know about that,
okay,
right? But then you go to a Rick Ross catalog, and then you got songs like BMF, like those just, man, you could be driving a 2001 Honda Accord, but you put them shits on, and oh my God, yo, you feel like you're in a Bentley, like those type, you know, and you know if you like I said, 2001 Honda Accord. Your subwoofer, all that shit is fucking up at the end of that song. So that's why I bring up Ross a lot when I talk about T.I. But
you know what? I see it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then T.I., as far as hits goes, we could talk about, you know, Bring 'Em Out. You know, we could talk about.
I still like Rubber Band Man.
Okay, we could talk about Rubber Band Man too, right? But I put Rubber Band Man in the same category as Hustlin'. The introduction song where it's like, ooh, you know.
But I thought you said that wasn't his first song.
It wasn't. His first song was with Beanie Man, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that was his first single. You know, as far as him rapping. Mm-hmm. But I go back to what I was saying. Like, I think T.I. needs to. He has a few levels before he gets to, you know.
Shao Kahn. Is it Shao Kahn?
No. It's what's that dinosaur's name? Bowser? Is it? I think it's Bowser from Super Mario.
Oh no, it's still my Mortal Kombat.
Oh nah, man. 50's more like Goro, man. 50's just a bully ass dude, man. But yeah, you know, and personally, I think T.I. after all these years, he forgot when he tried to go at Lil Flip and he got slumped up here in Houston. Okay,
you know, I feel like not too many people know that the real story of that. I feel like because how T.I. may seem, even from me, mm-hmm. I always felt like T.I., you know, went in there guns blazing, not literal guns, but you know, he had his hands up and you know, he got flipped good.
Nah. He went in there all right, but he got punched in the eye and then he left. So no, but yeah, and you know that, but that's a whole nother conversation because that situation caused Houston to lose its place in hip hop as far as, you know, come up. You know?
Yeah, I felt like how T.I. made it seem like he came in and literally took over. It kind of, they lost some street cred, if that's important.
Yeah, I think they lost I think that situation kind of caused the movement for Houston to completely derail. You know, because after that, you know, all of a sudden everything is Atlanta. Like Atlanta just, after that specific moment, there was no more, well, you got Houston, you got Atlanta. It was straight Atlanta music. Everything was Atlanta. Yeah, to this day.
I think the thing with why Atlanta is still going super duper strong, and I do think that, but it's because of the beats. And like I think we talked about this the other day too. It's more about the beats and finding a catchy hook than really lyrical content.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
So yeah, hey man, I guess all you need these days is just a real good beat, a couple of mumbles.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, if you got a 2001 Honda Accord, yo, that thing is gonna.
What's really good with you with this Honda Accord?
I don't know. This is the first car. It just came to my mind. But nah, and it's true. It's true. Because, I mean, you know, you go back a few years and unless, you know, even Young Thug, man, Young Thug had Lifestyle. No one understood what the hell he was saying.
That is very true.
But the hook, and then all of a sudden, or the hook and the beat.
What was the hook? Dun, 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 lifestyle, wasn't that it?
That's the thing. I didn't understand what he was saying. But that shit sounded good. That shit sounded catchy. You know?
Yeah. So how you feeling about the DMX versus Snoop Dogg? Do you think that's a good matchup?
So I do and I don't. I think Snoop Dogg's catalog overall is a lot. I think Snoop Dogg's catalog outweighs DMX's. You know, don't get me wrong. Hey, DMX got hits.
Yeah.
He might say some weird, you know, very suspect shit at times, but he's got that on him too. Like when you put Rough Riders Anthem.
Oh yeah.
When you put, you know, even if we go back, Who We Be. But,
oh yeah.
But Snoop Dogg, you gotta think about it. Dude, his first album, you know, or prior to his first album, he had Fuck with Dre Day. You know, he had other songs, you know, prior to his first album. Then Doggy Style came out, right? Then he had a few more out. But now he has the hits with Pharrell. Hell, even when he was with Master P, when he was down south. So he has that appeal that, you know, he was a little bit everywhere during that time.
But I also think that he has a longer discography than DMX because he has been in the game a lot longer than DMX.
Yeah, DMX, you know, he kind of he took a little break when he pretended to be a cop.
Man.
You know? he had to go to jail for that one.
Listen, and I hate to say this, but the type of energy that I need from DMX is, you know, DMX through his troubling times. I'm not saying he needs to get on, you know, crack or anything like that, but I need him to be like, you know, to have
the energy.
Yeah. So I don't know. I feel like DMX is in a category I'm mainly watching. I don't necessarily care for the battle, but I just want to see DMX. Like I feel like that would be the live concert that I never got to go see.
You know what? I feel you because I'm more anxious to see DMX on live and see how he acts. You know, I'm very excited about that. Than I am because like I said, like I DMX got hits. He does, but like you mentioned, you know, Snoop does have a longer catalog. He does. Mm-hmm. You know, hell, it goes straight. It goes past, you know, the 2015, if I'm not mistaken, when he had that one song with Charlie Wilson, Peaches and Cream.
Oh,
but you know, if he was to play,
was that past 2015?
I believe so. I could be wrong.
I feel like I was still living in Bridgeport with that one. I just feel like Snoop, I don't care for his music like that. Like I like it. It's like you could vibe to it, but it's like for me when I listen to DMX, like I get chills. Like you really feel whatever he's saying. So
okay, so let me ask you a question then. You like the energy DMX brings, right? Okay, but let's say you hear Gin and Juice. You know you hear it starting boom. And then all of a sudden they switch it up to Lay Low. Mm-hmm. That's energy right there. Like you getting
but
energy.
But that's a different type of energy. That's that like all Snoop Dogg's music. Even when he did that song with Pharrell, Beautiful, mm-hmm. and even with the Drop It Like It's Hot, he's always had that same mellow energy.
Yeah, it's smooth.
Yeah.
Smooth and smooth. The smooth energy to it.
Yeah, like I wouldn't listen to that on my way to work. Like I'd put in DMX if I really needed to wake up. Like it just DMX always, even if it's a sad DMX song, it always gives you like that type of like this, you know, crazy vibe.
I hear you.
Yeah, like I feel like Snoop Dogg's music has always been smokers' music, which is cool.
Yeah.
But I ain't in the smoking mindset all the time.
I hear you. Yeah. I mean, hey, DMX. Even after so many years, DMX will make you want to just, you know, hop off. Mm-hmm. If you got a bat inside your Honda Accord, you can start swinging it around.
You in this Honda Accord?
I'm just saying, man.
Oh, but did you see that time where he was with Kanye and his cult? Maybe not cult, whatever he's calling his church. But DMX was there, mm-hmm. and he was. I don't know if he was giving a testimony. He was doing something, but he was still with the. And I was just like, okay.
Man, then no matter what, you gotta respect what DMX did. Because once again, when I talk about legends, it's the impact. And DMX came out with 2 albums in 1 year, and both of them went platinum.
Did he really?
Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, that was 98. But what I'm saying is that's impactful. Mm-hmm. That's what that to me, that's what puts you in the legendary status.
You know, not so many people mention DMX when they always mention their top rappers.
I mean, what that list is just, it's all over the place.
Yeah, and it's art, and art is subjective, so everybody's allowed to, you know, have their own opinions. But I'm just saying, from what I've seen from other people, it's like I never see them in there.
And you got to think about it as well. It's different generations. For example, me, I think DMX is up there. To me,
who's your top 5?
Let me see. I would have to put.
I feel like I know one at least.
In no specific order, Pun has to go up there.
Really?
Yeah, based off lyrics. Like he was the first, you know, Puerto Rican Latino to, I believe, go platinum. Okay. So hands down, I got to go with Big Pun. I could be wrong. Could have been Joe, but I got to go with Pun. Pun, he was impactful. He was impactful. I got to go with Pac based off, once again, the impact. Okay. His albums, everything was, no matter what, people said he was a very charismatic individual, which he was. But if you listen to songs like with Scarface, like Smile, Keep Your Head Up, you know, those type of songs made you, you know, believe in your dreams, or believe in what you wanted to believe in. Like it was those. Then I gotta go with Nas. To me Nas is a top caliber artist.
So why? Okay, matter of fact, let me let you finish.
Now, don't get me wrong. I don't think he gets his props, because some of his beats are crazy whack. But I do think that if you listen to his music, it's impactful. Like he's proud of who he is as a person. He, you know. Okay. What was that? That's 3. Mm-hmm. Lil Wayne.
I knew it. He had to be on there because he's up there for me too.
I grew up listening to Lil Wayne. Matter of fact, my uncle had an album called The Bee Gees. Now this is for them down south folks like myself. Bee Gees was when it was Lil Wayne and BG prior to BG being on BG. Mm-hmm. So I listened.
What's BG?
That's another topic too. But Lil Wayne's up there, and then there's one more, right? Mm-hmm. You know what? I gotta say this. I gotta give props. Because no matter what, I gotta go with UGK as a group.
I was about to say you cannot not put them in there.
I gotta go with UGK, but that's because once again I'm from Texas.
I know.
You know, but UGK has to. As a group, I get it. The Ghetto Boys, they represent. They you know, they put Texas on. But when you listen to UGK, you know, there was one thing that Pimp C said that I've always loved and respected, was when he said, you know, they may not love us, but we got these country rap tunes. And that's what he called his style of music, country rap tunes. So, yeah. So those are my top 5. I don't care what no one says. UGK, no matter what. UGK for life.
I was really waiting for you to say at least a Texas rapper, because it's like, you can't rep Texas so hard and not have one of them in your, you know, top 5.
I mean, most people from Texas, they'll say Scarface, but I'm not gonna sit here and say that I've listened to a full album. Now, I've listened to a full UGK album before, you know, so I gotta go. Don't get me wrong though, Scarface he's a lyricist, but I gotta go with UGK.
Yeah. I mean, Scarface albums, I mean, I've only listened to stuff that's on the radio. I don't delve too deep in, you know, some artist's background. Mm-hmm. I mean, some of the stuff that I heard from him, you know, sounded pretty good. But for me, whenever I think of Scarface, I think of like his drama. Yeah, I think there was a whole situation. I cannot fully recall, but there was this whole situation about him not paying child support, if I'm not mistaken. And
man, that sounds like Future too, man.
Future Vandross.
Hey, Future Hendrix.
Man, he trying to pay this woman $1,000 in child support. Listen, hey, I get it.
Nah, hey, we're in a pandemic. I feel you, Future. We're in a pandemic right now, man. Hey, you got. Hey, if you could pay that, man. It's fucked up, but
listen, that's not the problem. Is that, bruh? This is what people don't understand. Your child support is based off your income. It's not necessarily based off of how much a child necessarily needs. And what was I gonna say? Yeah. So the child needs to be able to live that same lifestyle that he or she does when they're with one parent, which is why oftentimes, especially if you're rich, you have to pay a certain amount of money because your child's living this extravagant lifestyle when they're with you, but when they go back home, they have to go to this 2-bedroom 1-bathroom flat that's not up to par. So I think that's why.
How old is the baby?
The baby's not even a year old yet, if I'm not mistaken.
So
first of all, Future didn't even claim that baby, and Future had the audacity to say, ugly women are jealous or something like that. Like, and my whole thing is like, first of all, she's not ugly. She's a gorgeous Black woman, and it's like it kills me because it's like these men are like, well, she should have known what she got herself into. Yeah, so did he.
Hey, man, it. Yeah, that's all I can say. Yeah,
Oh my gosh, that man is wild. But he out here, tricking on his girlfriend or whatever. But you not paying for your baby. You're not taking care of your baby. I mean, how often does he really go see his baby? I mean, according to her,
I mean, I don't. That what? That's for just to decide. But I am curious how much they're gonna hire it up though, because $1,000. Yeah, I don't. I mean, stay tuned.
I do feel like he might need to wrap it up though. I mean, I can't tell someone how many kids they should be having, but I feel like Future at this point he's probably gonna try to get up to 20 with 20 different baby mothers because he don't go back to none of them once he's done.
Man, see, you picked up with Fetty Wap stop. Because Fetty Wap was having kids by like 4 or 5 different women. So.
Yeah, but he only got 4 or 5. I think Future got like 9 or 10.
Oh, he's on Shawty Lowe's level then. Yo, Shawty Lowe had like 9 baby mamas. Yeah. Hey, R.I.P. Shawty Lowe.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is where you want to wrap it up?
Yeah.
How do you want to end it? I mean, I could cut this part out where we're not talking. I don't know.
I mean, I think for the most part, this was a good conversation that we had. This was a little sample of the conversations we have, and usually they go from, what we go through on a day-to-day basis to what we see on TV, what we read on, on Yahoo or whatever. But yeah. Stay tuned.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And we'll see you guys next time.
Peace.